Hello and welcome back to the series of lessons on the parts of speech. This lesson is all about adjectives. In this lesson, I will teach you different types of adjectives and their uses. So, before we discuss our lesson as usual, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment box and I will talk to you there. So, here in this lesson, you will get the idea about the definition of adjective, uses of adjective, kinds of adjective, and then ing or ed adjective, and finally the order of adjective. Okay, so first of all, let's know what is an adjective actually. Here I have given a definition of an adjective, that is, an adjective is a modifying or qualifying word of noun or pronoun. That is, it modifies or qualifies a noun or a pronoun. For example, if I just write like this, he is a good man. Okay, here man is a noun. And how is the man? The man is good. Here good is an adjective. It qualifies the noun man. So this is an adjective. Okay. There are different types of uses of adjective, but I will tell you about two uses of adjective, that is attributive use of adjective and then the predicative use of adjectives. So how can we identify that this is an attributive use of adjective or this is a predicative use of adjective? Here I have written a structure, that is, if you get the adjective just immediately before the noun, then you can name it attributive use of adjective, and if you get the adjective just after the verb, it will be used after the verb and it will modify the subject. The subject may be noun or it may be the pronoun. So let's get an example here. I've written two examples here for you. An industrious boy can shine in life. In the subject part, you will get a noun, that is boy. Boy is a noun, and immediately before boy, you will get an word, that is industrious. So industrious is a qualifying word of the boy. How is the boy? The boy is very industrious. So here industrious is an adjective, as it is used before the noun, so it is attributive use of adjective. Okay, let's get another example of the predicative use of adjective, that is Zahid is intelligent. Okay, every sentence has two parts. The first part is known as subject and the second part is known as the predicate. And when the adjective will be used in the predicate part and it will modify the subject may be noun or a pronoun, then that type of adjective is known as predicative use of adjective. As here you can see, Zahid is the subject of the sentence and is intelligent. This is called predicative or predicate. You can say predicate. Okay. So the adjective intelligent has been used in the predicate part and it modifies the word Zahid. So here the word intelligent is an adjective, and what type of use? It is a predicative use, because placing or sitting in the predicate part, it modifies the subject. This is called predicative use of adjectives. Okay, one thing that you should remember, that predicate adjective can modify both a noun or a pronoun, but the attributive adjective will only modify the noun and nothing else. Okay, so here you can see this is an attributive and this is a predicative. let's get another example where we will learn the use of another example of adjective. If I just write like this, an intelligent he can do it. Or if I just write like this, he is intelligent. He is an intelligent boy. So which one do you think is the correct sentence? As I have already told you that when you will use the predicative in adjective in the predicative part, it may modify both the noun or the pronoun, but if you use in an attributive manner, then it will be used just before the noun, not before the pronoun. In that sense, in the first sentence you can see that an industrious he, here he is a pronoun. So according to rule, he cannot take an adjective before it. So you think this sentence is not a right one. So this is not a right sentence, but in the next one, he is an intelligent boy. So here intelligent is qualifying the word boy. Okay, so this is called predicative use, and it can modify both only the noun, not the pronoun. But in case of predicative, as I have already told you, that it can modify both the noun or the pronoun. Okay, so let's get another point, that is the kinds of adjective. You know, according to use or according to nature of the adjective, there are 8 kinds of adjectives. There are 8 kinds of adjectives. There are 8 kinds of adjective. Okay, what are they? I have written here all of them, the 8 kinds of adjective. The first one is proper adjective. You know, it comes from the proper noun. Okay, the second one is adjective of quality. Okay, it refers to the quality of a man. Okay, it may be bad quality or it may be good quality. Okay, it may be another quality. And the adjective of quantity, it refers to the measurement or amount of the noun. Okay, and you know, numeral adjective, that is, it may refer to the number of the adjective. Okay, or it may refer to the sequence of the adjective. And the final and in here you will get demonstrative adjective. You know that demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun may sometimes used before, sometimes may be used before the noun. When they are used before the noun, they become the demonstrative adjective. And then you will get distributive adjective. You know, distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun can also be used before the noun. When they are used before noun, they are called distributive adjective. And then interrogative adjective, when some interrogative words used before a noun, then these words will become interrogative adjective. And finally you will get possessive adjective. You know, possessive pronoun, you know, pronoun has 3 forms: subjective forms, objective forms, and possessive forms. And possessive forms has 3 forms, that is single possessive, double possessive, and triple possessive. Only the single possessive may be must be used as an adjective, and the rest of the forms will always be the pronoun. Here I have written some of the single possessive, that is my, our, you, his, her, their, etc. They all are used as adjective according to their action or the function. So we can say that adjective is of 8 kinds according to their nature. Let's see the uses of some of them. Okay, before that I will finish this both here. Okay, you know that Bangladesh is a noun, that is proper noun. So if I just write like this, I am, okay, a Bangladeshi man. Okay, you know, Bangladesh is a noun. It's a proper noun because in whole the world you will get only one country like Bangladesh. Okay, so from this word, from this proper noun, we have formed an adjective that is Bangladeshi. Here, man is a noun. Okay, and you know, adjective is used always before a noun, or it may be used in the predicative part, then it can modify as a noun or a pronoun. As it has been used before a noun, so this is a predicative use of adjective, and here Bangladeshi is a, as it has come from Bangladesh, the word Bangladesh, proper noun, so it is called proper adjective. Okay, so if you live in America, then you can say I live in American city, or if you live in China, in a city of China, you can say that I live in a Chinese province. Okay, like this. Okay, we can use, or we can form proper adjective. Okay, let's move on to the next one, that is adjective of quality. As I have already told you that it gives us the idea of quality of a person or a thing. Okay, let's get an example here with the use of adjective of quality. If I just say, he is very clever. Okay, he is very clever. So who is clever? He is a pronoun, and we are just giving the quality of he. What is the quality? The quality is that he is very clever. Here clever is adjective of quality. Okay, so you can use there are many adjectives like adjective of qualities. For example, I've just given you some: good, bad, wise, rich, clever, intelligent, dull, boring, okay, etc., etc. Thousands of adjectives are there like adjective of quality. Okay, and in the next point you will get adjective of quantity. As I already told you that it refers to the quantity of something. Okay, so let's get an example of this. Here, much, huge, or some. Okay, you can say I need huge, okay, I need huge support. Okay, you know, support is a noun. It's an what can I say? Actually, it's an uncountable noun. That's why I haven't used any article before it. So here you can say support. What should be the, how should be the support? How much support do I need? I need a huge support. Huge refers to the amount, or the quantity of the support. Okay, so here huge is an adjective of quantity. Quantity. Okay, so you can say that another example, they eat the whole, what can I say, whole potato. Okay, so that means it means that they have eaten up the potato. Okay, whatever it may be the quantity, they have eaten the entire potato. That's why it refers to the quantity of the potato. Here whole is an adjective of quantity. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, that is adjective of number. that is numeral adjective. Okay, you know, there are different types of adjectives of number, but I will only talk about only those, two types of adjective of number, numeral adjective. That is, the first is 1, 2, 3. They are known as cardinal number, and first, second, third, they are known as ordinal number. That is, it expressed the order, the first term, the second one, the third one, sequentially. Okay, here let's get some other examples with this one. Okay, the adjective of number, like if I say the boy needs one, okay, you can say the boy needs one book. Okay, what is the number of the book? There is only one book. You can say the boy needs two, and then the noun will be changed like this: 2 books. You can say 5 books. Okay, these are called the cardinal adjective, as it refers to the number of the books, so the number of the noun. Okay, so the example of let's get an example of with the ordinal number, that is, Jack is the first boy in the class. So what is the position of Jack? So he is holding the first position in the classroom. So first refers to the first position. Okay, here boy is a noun, and this is an ordinal number, that it refers to the order in the classroom. Okay, so here adjective of number. What type of number? As it is referring to the order or the sequence, this is adjective of ordinal number. Okay, or you can say that I am the second boy, like this. It means that you are holding the second position. This is also an example of ordinal adjective. Okay, and next we will talk about demonstrative adjective. You know that demonstrative pronoun is used to refer to a noun specifically. That means if you want to say something about a specific noun, or if you want to mean that this is a specific noun, and instead of that noun, if you use the pronoun like this, that, these, or those, they will be the demonstrative pronoun, and when they are used before a noun, then they become the demonstrative adjective. Let's see the uses of demonstrative adjective through the sentences. If I just write like this, that boy is very good. Okay, or we can write like this: these books are good. Okay, or you can write: this pen writes well. Or you can write: those men are not helpful. Okay, in all these examples you can see that has been used, that, these, those, or these has been used before a noun. Okay, so here in the first example you can see that boy is a noun, and that has been used before the noun, so it has become an adjective. And these has also been used before the noun books, so this is an example of an adjective of demonstrative pronoun. In this sentence, same thing happens, that is, this has been used before the noun pen, so this is an example of demonstrative pronoun. And in the next sentence, okay, those men, and those has been used before the noun men is the plural, so this is also an example of a demonstrative pronoun. So you can see that that and this is the singular form, and after them we have to use the singular noun, and these and those are the plural form, and after them we have to use the plural nouns. Okay, but let's get another example where we will get the use of demonstrative pronoun, not demonstrative adjective. If I just write like this is my book. Okay, this is my book. This has been used instead of book. It refers to the specific book. This is my book. After this there is no noun, so this has been used here as a demonstrative pronoun. If you get the use of these pronouns without noun immediately after them, you can say that they are demonstrative pronoun, and if you get just noun immediately after them, then they become the demonstrative adjectives. Hope you have got the point. So you can easily identify the demonstrative adjective like this, D plus noun. Okay, D for demonstrative pronoun, N for noun. So if you get the demonstrative pronoun before the noun, then it will become the demonstrative adjective. Okay, next we will discuss about distributive adjective. Okay, let's finish this part. Okay, distributive, it is used for all the nouns, but it refers to each of them specifically, individually. Okay, like this: each man should know this. Here each man means every man. You are referring to the whole man. Okay, but you have used each. Okay, so this is a distributive pronoun and used before a noun. So whenever you will get a word before a noun, the word that you are getting before the noun will act as an adjective. Okay, so according to the function, it has become an adjective placing before a noun. Okay, as it is a distributive pronoun, so it has become a distributive adjective. Let's get another example here. Either pen will do. That means there may be two pens, and among them or between them either one will do. That's why you can use either pen will do. That means between the two you can use any of them. Okay, not a specific one. Okay, so in that case either has been used before the noun pen, as it has been used before the noun, and it acts as an adjective, so it's an adjective. As it is a distributive pronoun, that's why it is a distributive adjective. Hope you have got a clear idea about this one. So the next one, that is interrogative adjective. Whose, which, and what. These are the words that are used to form the questions. That's why they are called question words, or when they are used before a noun in case of a question, or in case of relative pronoun, then they will become the adjective. So the point is that we have to use a noun immediately after them, only then they will act as an adjective. Let's get an example. If I say like this: which book do you want? So here you can see clearly that after which I've used a noun. At the same time, this is a question sentence. I'm making the question with which. So before noun, whatever word you will get will act as an adjective, as which, has been used before the noun book, so it is an adjective. Adjective. Okay, what type of adjectives? As it has been used to make questions in the sentence, so it is an interrogative adjective. Okay, so let's get an example with whose. It may be in an interrogative sentence, or it may be in a complex sentence, and we can use it as a relative pronoun. Let's get an example with relative pronoun or relative adjective, that is the boy whose father has died recently has come to me. Okay, you can see that this is a complex sentence where whose has been used as a relative pronoun. It has make a relation with the noun boy, but you may notice that whose has been used before a noun father. Father. Okay, so father is a noun, and if you get a word like whose before noun, then it will become, or it will act as an adjective. So whose is used here as an adjective. This is not making any questions. This has been used to relate a relationship between between the noun boy and the next sentence, whose father has died. Okay, so this is also an adjective, but this is not the example of an interrogative adjective. Okay, but if you tell me that, sir, give me an example of an interrogative adjective we using whose, so let's get what will be the answer like this. Okay, if I just write whose pen do you want? Okay, here we are making a question with whose, and you know, pen is a noun, and before that I have used whose, so this is an interrogative adjective. Okay, and the last one, that is possessive adjective. As I have already told you that pronoun has three forms: the subjective form, objective form, and possessive form. And among the possessive forms, you know, there are three types of possessive forms: single, double, and triple, and only the single possessive is used as an adjective. Okay, let's see which ones are the single possessive. My, our, your, his, her, their. They are used as a single possessive. Okay, let's get some example here. If I say, this is my book. Okay, you know, here book is a noun, and before that I have used my is the possessive form of the pronoun, so it is a pronominal adjective, or you can say possessive adjective. Okay, so you can use all of them here. So let's see what will happen. If you use our, then our book. If you say your books. If you say his, if you say her, okay, and you can say their. Okay, these are the examples of the possessive pronoun, that is possessive adjective. They are used as possessive adjective. Hope you have got the idea about possessive adjectives. Okay. And finally, let's discuss the uses of ing or ed adjective. This is a special kind of adjective. Okay, let's discuss. Here in this type of adjectives you can get new ideas, that is ing adjectives and ed adjectives. Okay, and most of the students like to make mistakes using this type of adjectives in their writings. Okay, let's get an get a clear idea about the uses of this type of adjectives, where we should use ing adjectives and where we should use ed adjective. Okay. So very clear. Remember this technique. If you just mean to qualify the thing, then we have to use ing adjective, and if you just want to qualify the people or the person, we have to use the ed adjective. Okay. So if you get the point, then let's start the examples here. Okay, here the movie is, I'm just modifying the noun movie. So movie is not a person, it is a thing. So you can use what can you use? You can use either of them. Okay, so I'm just using the first term. The movie is, as it is a thing that we have to use, boring. The movie is boring. And we have, actually, you know that here the subject is we refers to the person, and if you just modify the person, then we have to use the ed adjective, that he is the boat, and we have become boat. So here the adjective boat. Okay, and same case will repeat in the next sentence. The idea was, you can say, what can you say? Okay, the idea was, we can take this one, confusing. The idea was confusing, and the audience became, you know, the audience refers to the person. That's why we have to use the ed adjective, that is, they became confused. Confused. Okay, and in the last one, we have become, that is, first, in the first subject we are getting the person. That's how we have to use the ed adjective. So which one is the last one? Exciting or excited? As the person has come first, that's why you have to use the excited. So we have become excited. Excited by reading what type of story? Exciting story. Exciting story. Okay. So you know, they can be used either attributively or predicatively. Okay, in the first two examples I've used them as predicatively, and in the last one, in the last example, here you will get the predicative use, but in the last portion you will get this is an attributive use of adjective. So to make it more clear, I'm just giving you a point, that is, these should be used before in case of thing. These are used in case of thing, and they are used in case of person. Okay, and this is a very much effective in case of your writing. If you are a student of IELTS or TOEFL or any other foreign course, then you must know this. Okay, and finally, let's know the order of adjective. Well, in a noun phrase, you can get several adjectives. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, many more. Okay, so in that case, what should be the sequence of using that type of adjectives? Which one will come first? Which one will go next? Okay, so we will be in the dilemma in that case. So to remove this problem forever, just remember one word, and I think you will not have any problem in using a lot of adjectives before a noun. Okay, so what is the word? Let's see. Here the word is Dopshakon. Okay, I don't know whether it has the meaning or not, but in order to understand the sequence of adjectives, I've just written this word. So let's see what the letters stands for. Okay, so first one, D for, you know, determiner. determiner. Okay, the next one is O. Number 2, O for opinion. Okay, and the next one is P. Okay, sorry, OP. OP for opinion. Number 3 is S. S for size. And altogether SH for SH is for shape. You know, there is difference. There is a difference between size and shape. Okay, if you say it's big, this is not the shape, this is a size. But if you say circular, this is a shape. If you say rectangular, this is a shape, this is not the size. So there is difference between size and shape. So the next one is A, that is number 5, A for age. Okay, it may refers to the time or something else like this. And then you will get number 6, C. C for color. Okay, and next you will get the word O. 7, O for origin. Sorry, O for origin. Origin. That means it may the adjective may refers to the place from which the noun may come or may be originated. In that case, we can use O for origin. And the last one is 8, M for material. Material. Okay, material. It refers to the noun that is made of some material. That is, it may be made of iron, it may be made of gold, it may be made of leather, anything else. Okay, so all of them will not come together in a phrase. Here it may differ that sometimes it may happen that you are using 2 adjectives to refer to the to qualify the noun, or you may use all of them, or you may use only one of them. Let's see how should we use them in a sentence. Okay, so you know, adjective is always used before a noun. So if we use a noun, we must use a determiner before the noun. So if I say just like this, if I say here a bag, there is no adjective in between them. If I use one adjective, that is, if I say bag, okay, how is the bag? The bag is expensive. Expensive. And you know, A will become an. So an expensive. You are using only one adjective. If you use more than one adjective, then what will happen? You can say an expensive pen, sip, small bag. Okay. Or if you want to make the bag more specific, if you want to refer to the shape of that bag, then you can say an expensive small, then you can use rectangular. Okay, rectangular bag. You can say circular, or you can say any other shape here. Okay, so next, if I say, if I want to add something more, an expensive small rectangular okay, new bag. Like this you can use the adjectives in a phrase. Okay, here I will give you another example where I will use all of them, then I will explain to you. If I just write like this, an expensive small rectangular rectangular, new, blue, Bangladeshi, Bangladeshi, okay, leather, bag. Okay, so you can say, so which one is the shape, which one is the opinion, you may say that. Okay, actually, you know, here the first word is am, this is determiner. Okay, the next one is expensive. You are just expressing your opinion that so this bag is very expensive. So you can say you are expressing your opinion with the words expensive. This is for D, this is for OP. Okay, so what is the size? Here this is for S. Okay, and shape rectangular. This is SS. Okay, and you can say age, how old, new, anything else. This is a new, that is it is expressing the age. And then the color, what is the color? The color is that it's blue, this for color. And then next come origin. The bag comes from where? It's a Bangladesh bag, that means its origin is in Bangladesh. So here this one is O for origin. And then the material, what type of bag it is? It is a bag of leather. So here leather refers to the material, M, and finally you will get the noun. Okay, so in this way you can maintain the order of the adjectives in your phrases. Okay, you can use all of them in a single phrase like this, or you can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. I think you will not make even a single mistake with using the order of adjectives if you just remember this word, dopshacom. Thank you very much.